Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Independence Day. Let us take a minute to thank all those who laid down their lives for us, every single person that fought for our independence. Not only the people that we know of, the ones that we know have fought, but there have been a lot of people whom we don't even know who laid down their lives so that we have independence today. We don't actually even require to hear, they didn't require actually to even do this for us. So I would like for us to thank them today and to make sure that we sincerely say a thank you to those people who laid down their lives for us and allow us to roam free, and the ones who are working for us today, the ones who are working today for us. So wonderful. Let's begin this wonderful day with our topic for today, which is tiny sparks. And just give me a second as I set up. Just give me a second as I set up for now. Okay, that's 9:30 a.m. Okay. Sometimes it just takes a little while to show up, so just bear with me. There you go, 10:30 a.m. today, 15th of August, and we're on our 13th day. Tomorrow we will be done with the second week. Congratulations to you. Congratulations for staying with me through this and for bringing those tiny changes in your life. I would like for you to write to me or call me and send me a WhatsApp message and let me know how you feel about these little things that we have done that bring about a change for you. And for me as well, as I'm doing this, there are many things that, we tend to forget. So one of our regulars is Malti, and she was saying that, these things are reminders, and yes, they're reminders for me as well. And I love this, and I'm glad that you're with me here to remind ourselves that we can do much better, that we can live a better life by just paying 15 minutes of attention to anything that will bring us to a better place. Thank you so much. And I'm going to just say good morning. Happy Independence Day. Jai Hind. Wonderful. Okay, so today's topic is tiny sparks. Yes, we're not talking about the sparks that bring friction and make us angry with somebody else or make us fight with somebody else. No, that's not what we're looking at. We are looking at the tiny sparks of joy that we feel from time to time. And I would like for us to remember that these tiny sparks of joy are what actually make our day. So you could be having a good day, you could be having a hard day, but if you look for joy, you will find it because it's just lying there waiting, saying hello to you. And, if you don't pay attention, then you don't get to see it. That's all there is to it, right? Joy rarely arrives in fireworks. It mostly whispers, quietly says, I'm lying here. So a choice for today is to find those tiny sparks of joy. I'm not asking you to be happier. I'm not asking you to find beauty in some of the most marvelous things. I'm just asking you to find little little specks of joy, and we'll talk about that today. So, little things that you may notice, like maybe a bird singing, or maybe a cloud that looks really nice, or maybe you just feel the wind against your face, or maybe light. Maybe you are just experiencing the smell of something wafting from your neighbor's house that feels so good that you almost want to go and ask, hey, what are you cooking today? So I want this to just feel like I just noticed something beautiful today. And it reminded me of this time, right? We've all had those times. Joy is usually very quiet, and I'd love for you to notice it. Okay, so let's prepare for the day with our 3 breaths. Close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in again, breathe out, breathe in again, and breathe out. Wonderful. Excellent. So here's what I have for us today. Can you see this? It's a small candle, right? And I'm using an electronic candle because I do not want fires near my electronic items. I have my 2 precious laptops and all my equipment here, so I cannot afford to create a fire here. So I just want you to notice this. And I'll show you when I hold it like this, you can see the light. Because there's too much light right now because it's past 10:30 and I have the light on in this room. Can you see that? Can you see the candle? Earlier, we could actually see even the rays of light beaming across, right? So I want to ask you, how much time or how much darkness does it take to put out this light? How much darkness does it take to put out this light? Just look at it. Can darkness put this out at all? Can it stop giving its light because it's dark? Do you think it will? No, right? It doesn't. Darkness does not affect this light, right? Joy works exactly like that. It doesn't have to be enormous. It doesn't have to be so big that it changes the atmosphere, but it is there. And when it's noticed, it's noticed. Okay? So let me tell you our story for today. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself as well here. So imagine this father who's walking his toddler to school. Okay? This little girl, he's holding her hand and walking her to school, and she's skipping and hopping all the way along with him to school. And this man, what do you think he's thinking of? He's thinking of the traffic. He's thinking of which is a safe place to cross the road for him and his daughter. He's thinking of the friends who are saying hello to him on the street. He's looking at maybe, oh, I need to pick up this from the grocery store. Maybe he's thinking of bills and emails. And she's thinking about a millipede on the road. She's thinking about this one plant of grass that's standing in the middle of nowhere. She's thinking about a puddle of water and she really wants to jump into it, which he won't allow, obviously, because she's going to school. She's thinking about, I don't know if you've seen these little bugs we used to find earlier. I think they just found in grass, and maybe because we have very little grass left today, we have less of them visible. All right. the velvety covered ones, the bright red, almost as red as a ladybug. Velvety ones. We used to pick them up, put them in matchboxes, make holes for them, put grass in that, try and put some feed in that, and make sure that, they as if they ate grass, and see if they, for how long they were. And ultimately they would crawl out. Nobody knows how, but they would just make their way out. Right? And she excitedly points at all these things, and he's almost about to say, "Come on, we're late, let's go." And he stops and he goes down on his knees and he looks at her and says, "Yes, that's beautiful." And he plays with that millipede himself with a stick and he shows her, "Look at how it's curling up, look at that plant." And 10 years from now, I just want you to think about this. 10 years from now, this very ordinary moment becomes extraordinary. You'll find a day when he'll say, when she was going to school, this is what she used to do. He'll remember kneeling beside his daughter. He'll remember her wide eyes and her smile and that tiny insect, that red insect or that millipede that she was so curious about. And that's what is going to be important. Not the number of emails that he had to send out that day, not his grocery list, not the traffic, not the friends who said hello to him along the way. And that's how joy is. How many moments like this have we lost? Have we hurried past? How many moments like this have we hurried past? Joy doesn't always ask us to slow down. Joy doesn't ask us to slow down. Sometimes it simply asks us to look down, look around. That's all we need to do to experience joy. I can see how uplifting even talking about this is, because I've not been doing very well and I just feel so much better. Joy leaves little clues, like maybe the smell of the fresh rain. A lot of people like it. There may be a few who don't, but yeah, most people like that. A dog greeting you or a person. The smell of maybe the first fresh coffee that your neighbor is making. Some things that remain in our mind. Like this one girl that I was working with, when I asked her to recollect smells, she told me that she recollected the smell of caramelized onions from her grandmother's cooking. Imagine the love and imagine that ordinary thing that made so much of a difference to her. And she was an adult, by the way. Your favorite song playing on TV or radio, or somebody sends a post with it. Most joy isn't hiding, it's visible. It's only waiting there to be noticed. And what we notice shapes how we live and how well we live. Because what we notice is how our mind remembers. Which is why people have told us, older people have told us, always don't look for things that are sad. It doesn't work. Look for things that give you joy, right? And yes, let's do our little visualization for today. With that, close your eyes and take 3 nice deep breaths along with me. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. And as you do this, imagine you're walking through a garden just after sunrise. The grass is still covered in dew. The air is still cool. You aren't searching for anything, you're just walking and walking at your own pace. You're simply walking, and as you walk, things begin to appear. A butterfly Smell of some flowers around there, a feather, the warmth of the sun on your face and your shoulders. You realize something. None of these moments demanded your attention. None of them demanded your attention. They simply waited. Waited until you noticed. Waited until you noticed them. And now you ask yourself, what tiny joys have what tiny joys have been patiently waiting for me? Let 3 images appear. Just 3 small images. And these are not achievements, possessions, they're just simple moments. Smile. Let yourself feel grateful without needing a reason. Place your hand over your heart now and just whisper, joy is here. Not joy is coming, but joy is here right now. And with that, I'd like you to put your hands together, rub your hands together, place them over your eyes, and slowly open your eyes. And as you come back, my friends, I'd like to tell you about today's experiment. I'd like for you to become a joy collector. That's just one thing you're going to do today. Your mission today is to notice 3 tiny things, no big ones, just tiny things. A child's laughter, maybe, the smell of good coffee, the smell of wet mud, maybe a cloud, the color in the sky, whatever you see that makes you feel joyous. Collect them mentally. Keep them with you. Write them down tonight. And notice how your mind begins to search for beautiful things instead of problems over time. Your mind begins to look for joyous moments and little happy things if you keep training it to do that. So let's do that. Okay? And that's one big part of our freedom. So let's do that. Don't chase extraordinary things today. Just let these ordinary little joys find you. Please, let these ordinary little joys find you. And with that, let's begin again. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Independence Day. Jai Hind. See you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. We're almost through the second week. Tomorrow we'll complete the second week. And I'm really happy that we're going to be on our 3rd week soon. So wonderful having you here. Have a great day and let us begin again. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye. Bye-bye. The screen here hasn't changed and I don't know why. I'll see you soon. Bye. Have a wonderful day. And be a wonderful joy collector today. Enjoy. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.